Welcome to episode 4 of the Lucky 44 tutorial on the Arma 2 editor. So we've added infantry, we've added Russian armor, and we need a little support for our 4 Marines who are going up against 8 infantry and 1 tank. So here we're going to add, we're going to put another unit, and let's make it a Marine helicopter, an AH-1Z. We're going to have him facing west for the moment. Actually, let's get in there and adjust him a little. If I click on him where his name is, and then I hold shift down and I left click and drag, I can rotate his facing. I'm going to get him away from that little building a little bit. Let's get him out to the flatter area. They like flat. Okay, so I'm going to set waypoints for him, and the first one's going to be very close to him, and it's going to be a move waypoint. Just going to stay there. Probably that means he'll spawn and it'll detect that it's already close enough to that waypoint, so he actually won't move on spawn. And then I'm going to set another one just a little bit up ahead of him, and for this one I probably don't need to, but just to be safe, I'm going to say fly in height. Whoops. Actually, let's say this. Fly in height. And let's make it 60 meters. So that when he gets to this waypoint, he'll try to move to an altitude of 60 meters, which will get him over the trees and buildings. I'm leaving him at a normal speed. In fact, let's set this speed at limited. Make sure he takes his time and gets up to speed there. And then I'll set another waypoint up here. I'm going to move his speed to normal. And I'll have him come down to this area, and I'll set him to do a seek and destroy himself. Now, if I just left it like that, the helicopter would spawn and move straight down to there right away. But what I want to do is hold him in reserve until I make a radio call for help. So to simulate that, I'm going to set a trigger right near the waypoint. Doesn't actually matter where I put it, it just makes it easier. It's going to have no size for either axis. But the key here is the activation. The activation is going to be on radio alpha, which means your first radio call. And we're going to set the text that the player will see and use to call this, to make this radio call, will be call air support. And I can leave everything else like it is. Now, nothing happens unless I synchronize by clicking on the synchronize tab or hitting F5, and then I drag a line from the trigger flag to the waypoint. Now, as you might guess from episode 3, that means that this helicopter is going to spawn here, and he's going to stay at this waypoint until this flag becomes true. Until this trigger, the conditions of this trigger are met, and the conditions of this trigger are that the players make a radio call. So basically this puts this unit under control of the players. Not under control in the sense that they can give it orders, but they can call it to come into the fight. And I think that's all I'm going to do for now. I'm going to save it, and let's take a quick look. Hopefully my rock, paper, scissors mathematics will be correct, and the helicopter will beat the tank just as the tank beats the infantry in general. I do have one soldier with an M136 anti-tank weapon, so I'm not completely on my own. Okay, I'm going to bring my boys up beside me. We're looking for those infantry. Not seeing any yet. There they are. Over on the left. Oh, they see us too.
And missiles in front of us.
I think I got one. There's some more.
Front 200 meters. Enemy man and machine gun. Enemy missile system and officer on 2 hour front. Enemy tank on 2 hour front.
Oh. You see the tank. I'm getting down. And it's time to make a radio call. So I hit 0, which brings up this menu over on the left. And you can see the last item is radio. So I hit 0 to bring that up. And the only option up there is call air support, because I don't have any other triggers set for other radio calls. So I hit 1, call the air support in, and hope that they come quickly. Let's put my grenade launcher to use. Somebody's coming up on the left. Let's just back him up a little. I hear a helicopter. The sweet news of air support. Go get him. Oh, and he fires a missile off. And the tank's dead. Alright. As soon as my boys stop here, and my helo's coming around. Okay, so that concludes it. That's episode 4. I'll go on to, I'm going to think about episode 5 and what else we need, but you got the basics here. You got a lot going on. If you can do this much, you've got a lot. If you have questions, feel free to post them on the YouTube video, and I will try to answer them, although I don't check it every day. So, and by the way, one of the best ways to learn is to go onto either the Armaholic forums and ask questions there, or to the Bohemia Interactive Studios forums and ask your questions there. And when you ask questions,